Welcome everyone to join our show, Property Inside Straight Talk. Today, our VIP guest, is none other than Lim Boon. He's the MIEA president. MIEA stands for Malaysia Institute of Estate Agents. Welcome to the show, Boon.
Hi, Dato. Thanks for having me here.
Boon, first to jumpstart the session, what do you think of this, our whole overall economy? Some says we are heading for recession. And of course, also would like your inputs on the impact of COVID-19 to our industry.
I think generally for agents, right? We are MIEA. We are trying to educate the practitioner that there's no such thing as good or bad market. Okay, there's only a shift to the market. Meaning sometimes is with the owner's market. Past few years, it was actually the owner's market. Then there are certain times which is the balance market. So and now apparently there is another adjustment which is coming to what we call a buyer's market. Okay. So rather than to name them as good or bad, we will rather to call them a shift. Yeah, there's always a shift to the market. So eventually, what is more important with the practitioner is the moment when they understand what kind of shift or what kind of market they are in right now. So there is a time where they have to learn how to readjust their strategy. Example, if this is during the shift time and this is the owner's market, then you will want to focus on finding more buyers. Yes. Yeah. And during buyer's market, like what's happening right now, you should start doing a lot of prospecting, try to find more motivated sellers instead. Yes. So this is the kind of mindset that we want to instill to people's mind.
Yeah, that's very important, Boon. So for you personally, how will it impact our property market? I'm sure there will be a lot of repercussion after that.
Yeah, actually, few reporters asked me this question before. Let's say if let's talk about MCO. During MCO, yes. Some people ask me during MCO, can sales be happening or not? Now, basically, we are still seeing sales closing. Okay, deals being done during this MCO period. But of course, to be more the effective selling, meaning the signing of sale and purchase agreement and the signing of the tenancy agreement cannot be done. Cannot be done during this MCO period. So if you are asking me about property market during this particular MCO period, I would say hardly any sale and purchase agreement and tenancy agreement can be signed. This is definitely what is going to happen. But having said that, there are also a lot of agency closing deal every day. They're collecting the deposit right now online, and they are getting their client to sign the offer letter online as well. So we will foresee even though the effective transaction during the MCO will be a lot more slower, but right after the MCO it's been lifted, you're going to see a sudden surge with all these transactions coming up again.
I'm sure you received some of the feedbacks from your members. Basically, how did they manage to close deals during this MCO period? Maybe you can share some tips or what are their experiences?
I think probably it's best for them to share directly. But from what I know so far, yes, few things I think for the practitioner to really consider. Number one, MCO just happened 2 weeks ago, but don't forget all the active practitioner actually has done a lot of viewings right before MCO. Okay. So especially for those cases that you have already done viewing right before the MCO, yes, this is the time you should go and follow up, do your follow up, talk to your client, and tell them that you should try to close the deal. So those already done. They've done the viewing. So some may say, what about if I can't do viewing? Now, apparently, from what we have seen so far, it is not impossible for people to close deal without the physical viewing. I give you an example.
Yeah, why is that?
Especially during it was actually shared by our president-elect during her talk in how to do project marketing at home.
Yes.
So this is what she said. Apparently, a few months ago during the house ownership campaign,
Yes.
a lot of agents are actually actively involved in selling Prima housing. Of
Yes.
course, Prima housing at that point of time has given out a quite good discount, a good
Yes.
rebate, to the buyers. So what really happened during that time was many people, agents, even in Sabah, Sarawak, managed to sell projects which is situated in Peninsula Malaysia.
Yes.
So all their clients actually never really managed to see that particular project physically. So why they can do it? Number one, many information are very transparent, very detailed. So and people knows the area. So and the product, the pricing is so attractive, and the product is also very attractive. So I think when all these, when the uncertainties is somewhat a much more lesser for the buyer, so the buyer can really make a decision even without physically viewing the place.
Yeah.
And then on some other situation, it was shared by our Rent Network chairman, Mr. David Tan. This morning, I saw he posted, he managed to close few deals by digital viewing.
Digital viewing.
Digital presentation. So it's a project that he's marketing, and he's doing an online presentation to his client. He managed to close deal. So it is definitely not impossible to close deal right now.
What do you think, Boon Peng, of the sentiment out there? I mean, among all the property purchaser, what is in their thought process when they actually make a decision to purchase during this time?
I think it really depends on individual. If you ask me questions on buyer, actually, I would say the question should be on owners instead. This is buyer's market right now, actually. This is buyer's market. Correct. So one of the main reasons why it is a buyer's market, it is because due to the impact, the negative impact on the economy and many other things, so many people's income is very badly affected. So when the income is badly affected, it will actually affects people's holding power onto property.
Definitely.
And so when this happens, the holding power is weakened, and owners tend to be more motivated to sell. We don't like to use the word fire sale, but owners will be a lot more motivated to sell. So when it comes to this situation, so you have to understand the owner's predicament today. If you are able to help him to have an exit plan, meaning to cash out rather than to continue paying the installment without much good income like before. So it's actually also helping the client. As with the buyer side, I would say there should be two general types of buyer right now. Number one is the owner-occupier, which they're really buying it for their own use. I remember seeing one negotiator from Johor. She's actually managed to rent out one industrial land these few days.
Wow.
Without viewing the property, without having to view the land, because apparently that of course she did not reveal too much of information there. But from what I can guess, my best guess is this should be from owners occupying, meaning the tenant wanted to rent the land for their own use. And then the tenant knows the place, knows the area very well. So when the agent tell her about the location, she can just go there and look at the land. Okay, the land is there lah. What else to look, right? so he knows the area. She knows the area well, so she actually committed to rent that piece of industrial land.
I see.
So I think so. The first class of people who buy today will be those who buy for own use. To be very frank, my family bought something this few days.
Oh, okay, amazing.
Yeah, it is also for own use. It is also for own use. Yeah. So and then.
Do you get a better deal now?
Actually, not yet. But that particular pricing for that particular property, I would say is quite okay. It fits to our requirement.
All right.
So we just arranged the signing. Our loan just approved, and we want to arrange for the same purchase.
So fast, are your loan approved?
Yeah. Within a few days, yes.
Okay.
So what this, and then the second type of the buyer will be the people who would like to buy those below market value properties. There are a lot of such very cash rich purchasers around the market. actually all these cash-rich purchasers, they are always at the auction market. Now
Waiting.
waiting, and auction
Buying.
market is another market which is going to be very big, yeah, this year, because whenever there is an economic adjustment, when people's income is badly affected, this will bound to happen. Of course, this round with our proposed deferment on the bank loan, so this is going to help to manage to help the owners to buy some few months of a breathing period
True.
If not, I think there will be a lot more motivated seller around.
Yeah. So basically, this 6 months moratorium will defer the impact of.
I would think it will. Yes. I actually highly recommended to those who are very highly geared. Those who are very highly geared, I think they should actually go for this, even though it's going to prolong their prepayment.
Okay, understand. Hey, Boon Peng, the other question is on this MIEA initiative, especially now, what actually have MIEA done to the real estate agents as well as negotiator to really spur up that kind of motivation among them? I'm sure a lot of them also feeling a little bit the uncertainties, the fear, of course, will be there among some of them. So what are the steps or measurements taken to actually boost up this industry?
Okay, as industry leaders, I think we did many things. We responded very fast to this. As a matter of fact, on the second day on MCO, I have made a video announcement to tell everyone that MIEA has decided to move all our training modules over to online platform. Wow. So since then, we actually started a daily program. Every morning, 10 o'clock, every afternoon, 3 p.m., we will have some kind of training program. So among some of the training program, we have we will actually invite some industrial leaders to actually make a 3 minutes motivational videos to share on people and to share to disseminate positive vibes around to people.
That's very important.
So yes, so
that's
and then
what we are doing right now.
Exactly. And then that's why I appreciate you asking me to come.
Thank you.
So secondly, is we get some industry speaker to come on talk on very specialized topical matter, like how to do customer relationship thing, then how to what is it that you need to do right now, things like that. We have sessions, how to close sales at home, how to do project marketing.
Very diverse.
Yeah, exactly. And then and then how to reconnect with your previous client, things like that. That is another session. And then we also have industrial forum. Rather than talk, we also invite 3 to 4 industrial leaders to come in to discuss on the forum on all the relevant topics that we are facing, the problem, the challenges right now, and what is it that they're recommending everyone to do. And then we're doing it through Zoom, which we have an account to sustain, to bring in at least 500 people per session, and we are doing it for free. And then we are also connecting our Zoom session to Facebook Live as well. So basically, anyone can just come to attend our online training from at 3 every day on 10 o'clock in the morning and also 3 p.m. In the afternoon. So these are some of the things that we do. Of course, I think today we actually made announcement of actually a press release.
Yes.
We have made a press release to urge the government to start. Please do not forget about us. We are very worried. MIEA is very worried for our registered estate agent, professional estate agent, also negotiators. While you are giving people all those stimulus programs, please do not leave us out.
What would be the things that you all actually requested or hope that government can help you all out from this industry?
Let me quickly look at our press release again. One of that is definitely we are one of it that we are actually proposing the government to put in abeyance, meaning KIV, the sales and service tax for a while. Okay, I think that's going to lessen people's for incurring additional costs. And then more importantly, we are urging the government to do what exactly they did back in 2007, which was to zero rise the real property gain tax to at least until end of this year. If they can do it until next year, it's even better, of course.
Okay.
And then we also call for a transfer of 10% of funds from EPF account 1 to account 2, okay, if possible. And then we also we proposed something on budget proposal last year, which is the option for interest-only loan for the purchase of properties. So this is something that we may and look at it after the 6 months moratorium.
Yes.
We also want the government to have some assistance to the real estate negotiators. We want to have an automatic extension of the benefit made available for e-hailing and subsidies for income earners less than 2,000 and household below 4,000 to be also extended to registered estate agent, probationary estate agents, and real estate negotiators registered with the Board of Valuers, Appraisers, Estate Agents, and Property Managers, Malaysia. So we will also propose to have a segment of the special relief facility for COVID-19 to be dedicated for the 1,300 registered real estate firms to keep them afloat and to avoid retrenching their staff. Also, one thing very important is MIEA, we would like to call upon all the real estate portal company that whom the real estate fraternity has fully supported throughout the year to give very favorable incentive and cost benefit packages to the agent to boost their advertising spend, and which in turn could help to the market properties to their continue market their properties to their client.
This is the time for them to support back the agents.
Exactly.
After so many years of them supporting.
Exactly, and they are doing so well recently. I think they should play their part. I think everyone has to play their community responsibility right now. So, of course, with regards to the CPD and CDP, we actually propose to the Board of Valuers to defer or to waive for these 2 years. Okay. Basically, what we want is to, of course, what most important thing is what we mentioned just now, which is the MIEA Hope program. Actually, all the program that I mentioned just now, we actually call it MIEA Hope. Yeah, this is to help. Hopefully, we can give hope to people, to help the agent through the country and ways to assist their clients and self-development. So also, MIEA has taken the initiative to establish a MIEA COVID-19 helpline. So for those agent practitioners who are having some technical questions or email, we actually have a designated email for that. People can come to the Malaysian Estate Agency, Malaysian Institute of Estate Agents MIEA Facebook fan page. There will be an email there for them to come back to actually email in their issues and challenges that they are facing during this MCO period with their works. So they can email to us, and then we will try our best to advise them accordingly.
Hey, Boon Peng, most of the real estate negotiators, most of them, they don't have any basics. So during this this crisis, do you foresee a lot of these negotiators will be dropping out from this industry?
Actually, every year. Every year there are many people, new people come into the market, and every year also there will be people dropping out. Just to give you an example, there was a total of 40,000 registered, certified real estate negotiator currently in Malaysia. Okay, 40,000. But out of which, only half of them are actually active. So every year, few thousand come in, few thousand go up. Every year, few thousand come in, few thousand go up. It's always like that. It's a norm. And I will, actually this norm is exactly the same as what's happening in Singapore. Singapore, I think the number is even bigger. It's not few thousand, it's more than 10,000 every year coming in now.
I see.
So, but I agree with you that during the more challenging time, more people will drop out.
Mm-hmm.
This is bound to happen. And this is why MIEA, we feel, is very important for us to come in to play a role to
Yes.
help people to go through this challenging time.
Yeah, especially this timing, very critical.
Exactly, because we do notice that many of the agents or negotiators out there, they don't belong, they are not working under a huge firm with a lot of resources. So this is where MIA comes in. We can give them all these trainings and stuff.
Understand. Fantastic. Boon Beng, what do you think for investors or property buyers? What are the things that they should look out for? What should be their strategies during this during this current time? What is your advice for them?
For buyer?
Yeah, for buyers.
I think no matter good or bad time, all buyers at any one time, they should always do their research.
Yep.
I think today, compared to 20 years ago, the information that we can get and obtain from the online world and digital world is so much more. Right?
Yes.
Even for me to buy something, every time I will go online. Besides asking my peers some of their opinion, then I will also go online to search for what are the people's review on that particular project. And then I will also go and look at those property forums. There are some forums in the market that very actively talk about that particular project. So all these things, I think during good or bad time, buyers still have to do. But a word of caution, I will urge all buyers to really only deal with registered estate agent, registered probationary estate agent, and the real estate negotiators. Because it is only when you are dealing with the legitimate agents, then only your welfare and your value and your benefit will be well protected. If not, when things go wrong, I don't think there's much thing that you can do.
Understand.
Don't use the service of illegal brokers.
Yeah, definitely not. So, Boon Beng, the other thing is, what if MCO extended for another 14 days? What kind of impact will it bring to you personally, or your company, or to your industry?
If you ask me, of course, people will continue losing, and the sales, even though we still can do the sales, but of course it will limit the way on how we can do sales. So of course the impact will be greater compared to 1 month. But overall, I would say I would prefer to settle everything rather than halfway we lifted the MCO and then suddenly things come back again.
True.
Right? So I think it's something that we all have to sacrifice. I think everyone in Malaysia right now, either you are government, you are the grassroots people, you are the property portal, you are whoever you are the boss or you are the manager, whoever you are, we all have to play our part of community responsibility to sacrifice.
Understand.
To an extent.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
Thanks for your input, Boon Beng. It has been very insightful and very honest from the heart. And I'm sure under your stewardship, MIEA will see will help out, even reach out to more people.
Thank you, Dato.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thanks, sir.
All the best.
Thank you. Same to you.